Hey guys, welcome to Scotsman in Bulgaria. Today we're back in the kitchen, which is fantastic. Now today we're going to make a really good recipe, one of my favourites and one of my wife's favourites as well. And we call it collectively super greens. Now this is basically using all the greens from your vegetable garden. So you can see here, this is from last year, and also we have some that we've put into a bowl. So it's basically your greens that are being chopped up using the stems as well, and cooked with the different kind of spices and a bit of kind of vinegar and sugar, so it gives that a kind of sweet and sour kind of flavour. So what we'll do is we'll show you what we have in here. So in this bowl we have a mixture of spinach, and here we have some sorrel, and here we have Swisschard, or some people call it mangold. This comes in different colours. This one's a green, just a green one. Sometimes you get one with a red in there. And the other thing we have is like curly kale, which is really nice. And sometimes we put in a beetroot leaves as well, but unfortunately we don't have any beetroot leaves yet. They're still growing in teeny weeny tiny little things. So what I'll do is I'll show you the kind of size that we're going to be doing. Now you're wanting for this recipe 1 kilo of your greens, and once I've chopped this up I'll show you what the rest of the ingredients are. Okay, so I'll show the size. Well, the best thing to do actually I find is to take the stalks off first if you can. It kind of makes things a wee bit easier. Now here's some Swisschard as well. So you get all the stalks together, and you just basically want to cut them about half a centimetre to a centimetre in size, like so. And you put them into a bowl, like so. And obviously I'll do the rest. Now there's also another thing that's important, is that because we're going to be putting these into a jar, you want to prepare yourself a water bath. So this is going to do about maybe 5-6 jars, just depending on the size of your jars. So we've got different kind of sizes. So I can quickly show you here. We've got a big pot, lots of steam. So this is boiled. So we've got the jars in there and the lids, and you basically want the water at least 2 inches above your glass line, and you just boil that for about 5 minutes, and that will basically kill anything that's on the jars. Right guys, that's all the greens all nicely chopped up, as you can see. Now the next stage you want is to add 1.5 of onion diced up, and then you want to add it into your pan. And then you want 1.5 cups of just plain water in the bottom of your pan, like so. Just mix that through. And then your super greens on the top. Like so. Should be fine. Now we're going to go over to the stove, and we want to put this on a reasonably high heat, and you want the water to come to a boil for at least 3 minutes. And obviously you want to put a piece, if you've got a lid, you can put a lid on. Unfortunately we don't have a lid that's the size of this pan, so we're just going to use some foil. And that's going to keep the steam in and all the goodness in. So what we'll do, we'll let that boil for 3 minutes and then we'll come back to you. Right guys, that's been 3 minutes. Now just be careful because the steam is going to be... I just set that release. There. I just want to give it a little mix around. And you can see the lovely colour, lovely almost luminant green. It's just gorgeous. Now the idea now is that you want to take the liquid from this and put it into a bowl through a colander. And what you want to do now is just give it a little mix. Oops. And now what we do is just put this back into the pan, like so, there, and just cover over, back over again, just to keep the heat. And this is going to be used to make the sauce. Right, okay. So quickly I'll show you the rest of the ingredients that you're going to be making your sauce. So we're going to need 1 cup, a full cup of this lovely juice, and whatever we have left over we're going to use to make a soup or something. That'd be nice. So we're going to be using half a cup of sugar, half a cup of vinegar. It's like white wine vinegar, which is quite a nice flavour. And we're going to use a mixture of different spices. This one is like a barbecue spice. You can use whatever spices you like, but we quite like this. It gives it a wee bit of a nice flavour. We got some nutmeg here, and salt and pepper, and these are all half a teaspoon of each. So we'll put the full cup. Right up to the edge, and in you go. And then we put the sugar in. Then the vinegar. And then the spices. Like so. Now what we want to do is go back to the stove. So what we'll do is we'll just move this to the side here. Wish I had a bigger cooker, but hey ho. And you put on a medium heat, and I tend to like to use a whisk because you want to get all that sugar dissolving. So just leave that a second, and then we'll get the sauce thickener ready. Right, for the sauce, to thicken the sauce, we've got water and corn flour, and it's just a large tablespoon of corn flour and just half a cup of water. So just to dissolve it in, get a teaspoon. Like so, and that's all dissolved in. Just keep whisking this. And just to make sure that you're turning it down slightly. Just to make sure that the sugar is all nicely dissolved, because you don't want any sugar crystals forming in your the jars once they've finished. Yeah, you get that lovely, that vinegar nips the nose. Now what I do is add this in. There we go. Now corn flour cooks very, very quickly. Normally if you add normal flour into it, it takes a wee while. The corn flour thickens. And also once it's been in the water bath, it will finish off thickening. So that's looking really good. And next we just add it into here. Get the lid off. Turn the gas off. Like so we just pour this in. And just give it a good mix. Right, what we'll do now is we'll get the jars out of the water bath. So we'll come back to you in a second, we'll just get that organised. Right, so just got the last jar to come out. Yeah, just be careful not to scald yourself. Now we got these are really handy little devices. You can get these at different kind of shops around the country. So we've still got the lids to get, so we use we've got a wee spider. There we go. That's about it. Right, okay, we'll take this. Over to here. And we'll get our super green racks. Nice and steamy. Right, so what we need to do now is put it into your jars. Sometimes these can be really, really hot, so you just use a cloth. So I'm just making sure this is well mixed, and then now over time it's a nice kind of green colour at the moment. It will dull down over time once it's sitting in the jars. But at the moment it's just a beautiful colour. Now you want to put it further up to the top, and we'll use some of the liquid from the that was left over. So I'll just finish off this one, and we'll come back once we've done most of these. Right guys, so we've got the 4 jars here. Now it's important that we just fill these an extra bit of millimetre in each of these with some of the stock that we had earlier on. So we just literally just carving the top like that. That's perfect, like just like that. And now we put the lids on. You just put them on finger tight. No, don't do it too tight. Like so. Just make sure these are fine. So the moment you got your little button at the top there, so once it's had your water bath, we're going to turn these upside down, and after about 12 hours upside down, this should suck in, and they will know that these are all safe to eat and they can be stored. So now we'll put these in the water bath. So I've taken some of the water out and put into another pan, because obviously you're going to scald your hands if you put them in straight. So we'll just put these guys nice and carefully in. So you want just put all the water that you had before in. Like so. Right guys, I'm going to put the heat on now. So you basically now you want to bring this to the boil. And once that starts to boil, you want to keep it on a rolling boil for at least 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, you just switch it off, and then we'll take them out the water and turn them upside down. So we'll be back when this is finished. Right, guys, these are straight out from the boiling water, and now I'm going to turn them over. You can still see they're still popping, but what you do is turn them upside down. And as I say, leave them for 12 hours, just at normal room temperature. And these are looking fantastic. So once these have cooled, The best thing that we like to use them for is for a nice salad. You can just open a jar, put it on as a salad, or you can have put some nice feta cheese over it to make the salad. It's really nice. And one of my favorite things is you can also warm it up and use it for like a pasta sauce. So you can mix that through with the whatever you want, kind of pasta or rice, or yeah, it's like there's so many things you can use it for. But one tip is don't use anything with cream, because the vinegar and the sauce will split your cream, and you don't want that. That will make it look rubbish. But yeah, we make a lot of jars of this, and we have it throughout the year, and also obviously we give it to friends as well. And but it's a great little thing to do. And obviously during the summer months you got all your super greens growing like crazy here in Bulgaria and other hot countries, and yeah, you can make lots of it. So if you like the video, please like, and please subscribe, because we need more subscribers, and please share to all your friends, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.